Hey, everybody. My name is Jesse, and I'm the director of the Porter County Public Library System. We know that you are being faced with unprecedented challenges as you have transitioned to remote e learning. So, the reason for today's recording is to show you just a few of the amazing resources that our library has available to support students, parents, and educators in these troubling times.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Fack, and I'm the Youth Services Coordinator for the Porter County Public Library System. The good news that we have here today is that we do have a veritable treasure chest of databases for you to explore and use. Now, the word database might not immediately give you thrills, but we think you'll be excited to see what new tools are here for your use. So this is our home resources page. When you go to our website, pcpls.org, or if you Google us, you will end up here. And this is where you can get a temporary digital library card from home without even coming into our branches. You can also see our virtual events. We have a lot of great programs that we are scheduling online and recording on YouTube or doing Zoom meetings to have virtual interactive events. So please check those out. And we have other great things for you to check out. And one of the things we're going to show you today is some of the new wonderful digital resources that we have added.
So once you click on the digital resources button, you're presented with six different options. You can read and discover, watch and listen. There's students and learning, crafts and hobbies, businesses and finance, and history and genealogy. And these are all set up so that you don't have to know what any of these databases are called. You can just click on the one that you're most interested in. And we have added over 1.5 million new items for our system just in the last 2 months. So hopefully there's something for everybody in here. And to begin with, we're going to click on the Read and Discover link. And when you click on that, it pops out into a new page with all of our current offerings. Now, each one of these has a little pop down that shows you the information about it. We have a really exciting mobile app that brings everything together that you can use. And even when we open back up, to be able to check out your own materials and register for events through it. We have a service called Novelist that will allow you to find the newest books that you want to read. It even has Lexile scores to help making sure that you're challenging your young readers. And then below is where we really get into the meat of what we have. We have a bunch of different services. We have Hoopla, which has tons of different items from movies and TV shows to ebooks, e audio, even comic books. So there's something for everybody. And the great thing about Hoopla is there's no wait list. You can check out those items instantly and you don't have to worry about getting in line like you used to with traditional services. Below it, we have our Libby and Overdrive. Those are actually the same company with two different types of apps that are available for pretty much any smart device and computer you can imagine. And on that service, we have over 70,000 titles available for checkout at any given moment. There's audiobooks, there's ebooks, and even some movies and magazines that are available in there. We also have our traditional Access 360 service. This is the one that has around 10,000 titles. And one of the things I do want to note is that each of these services has the potential to have different titles in it. Unfortunately, the services don't talk to each other completely. And so, if you're looking for a specific title, you may have to look in each of these services, or of course, start with your favorite to make sure that we have it. Below, we have something called RB Digital, another service. This one offers over 1,000 magazine subscriptions, including some educational ones. It has some documentaries and educational content. There's foreign language movies. There's Spanish telenovelas, musicals, British TV, classic TVs, just about everything you could hope for in one service. And then below, we do have some newspaper offerings with the Post Tribune and the New York Times. And of a particular interest to younger students and teachers is our Tumble Book service. Tumble Books has interactive books, it has puzzles and games, and really it's about an exciting experience for our young readers. And so each one of these services offers something to a different group, whether it's all the way from Tumble Books all the way up through adults to enjoy. So we hope you guys will be able to pop in and take a peek at those.
Our next stop in our digital branch tour is the watch and listen button here. And this brings up all of our cool resources to bring you different types of media. We have the Canopy streaming service, and you can get some great movies through Canopy. There's and these all have many methods of accessing them, whether it's through an app or through your desktop. There's our free gold music streaming service. I think it's 50, oh, there we go, 3 million songs available through, and then Sony Music covers most of our legendary artists here that you know about. We have Acorn TV covers a lot of great British comedies, dramas, mysteries, and more great movies from indie flicks. This is one I'm personally excited about. I love listening to great courses. You've probably seen their commercials. So you can access those fantastic lecture series from famous universities around the world through great courses. We also have Quello has live music, concerts, and music documentaries you can check out if you are a behind the music fan. And again, some of the things we touched on already, like Hoopla, Libby, and Overdrive, they also have things like music and movies available in those apps. So we included those here. And there also, again, we have our Spanish telenovelas, and RB Digital also has things you can stream and listen to for music and movies. So if I know a lot of people have seen a lot of Netflix lately, and you might be, you might feel like you've exhausted everything on there. So check out some of the great offerings we've got for you for free.
And a lot of those watch and listen items that are in there, they do have apps for smart TVs. So you don't just have to sit and watch it on your phone or tablet like you used to. You can get the full app on there. The next exciting thing, and this is really it's one of my favorites, is the students and learning section. And I want to point out that there's a lot for children from kindergarten all the way through college, but there's also a lot of stuff for adult continuing education, enhancing your own skill set. But the one at the top that is my absolute favorite thing that we offer is called Brain Fuse. Brain Fuse is it's a service that's pretty comprehensive, but some of the highlights are that there are test prep, there's writing assistance, there's flashcards, but there's live tutoring. And this is huge for parents who, like myself, might not remember how to do fractions all that well from 20 some odd years ago. But you can come in here from 2 o'clock to 11 o'clock Central Time, 7 days a week, and get live one on one tutoring services in a safe, comfortable environment with a trained tutor who can walk your student through it. Now, they won't give you the answer, it's not a cheating service, but they will walk you through how to find out the answer yourself. And that includes taking a look at your writing samples and providing constructive feedback on it. It's an absolute wonderful research that has no limits on it. So it can really save the parents during these troubling times. The next thing service that we have is our World Book, and that's going to be one of those traditional encyclopedias. So it's a wonderful spot for elementary and middle school students to start when they're beginning their journey on whatever the topic may be. Another resource there, A to Z to the World, much like World Book, is going to be a springboard to more information. It's slightly more comprehensive on the given topic, but it really is focusing on country and cultural information and does have a lot of interactive maps in there. So it's a wonderful way to supplement the research project. Now, as we come down, we've already mentioned our tumble books. We wanted to point out that for our older students, we do have method test prep. We know that you're getting ready for ACT and SATs. You're maybe concerned about those. So we have test preparation materials, videos to help get you ready for that extraordinarily important testing. So we have those for you. An exciting one that we just added in was called Artist Works. Now, this is for those band orchestra students or parents who have a little more time now and might want to try to pick up that instrument again. This is world class instruction, self paced. You can do it yourself with master musicians at your own pace from the comfort of your home. So it's a wonderful, it'll never replace an actual in person teacher, but it's a wonderful way to begin your journey again or to supplement other instruction sources. For foreign language assistance, we have Mango Languages, over 76 foreign languages in there, 70 foreign languages in there that will allow you to work with native speakers. It checks inflection patterns. It's designed to be able to drop you anywhere in the world that speaks that language and have you navigate and feel comfortable. There's even foreign language films in there that will allow you to learn the language while enjoying a little bit of entertainment. And most of these have apps, like Mango Language does have its own app, so you can have it on your smartphone and kind of play along with it. As we move on, we have Universal Class, another pretty exciting thing. Inside of this resource, there are really hundreds of classes that you can take. This is where parents, teachers, as well as students can really build out some of those other skills. It's not necessarily just the traditional academic skill set. Think more of the home economics, the shop, the career advancement sorts of classes. So you're going to have accounting, you're going to have business, you're going to have cooking. There's really hundreds of courses in here. And the best thing about this one is for any of those parents or teachers that need continuing education, you can actually get continuing education credits while you're in here interacting. And these are not little classes. Some of these might go as long as 20, 25 hours to completion. They're very detailed. They have assignments, they have quizzes and tests. It's very interactive. It's a wonderful resource for us. As we go down to Niche Academy, this one's kind of nice because we've got so many new resources. Niche Academy is a resource that teaches you how to use the library's resources. And so there's short little tutorials and easy to find videos helping you learn how to use these resources a little more in depth. Because frankly, there's just too much for us to be able to dig in completely. When we go down to Who Knew It, it's a silly name, but what's nice is that it's a software training application. And so there's hundreds of different software programs. If you're trying to bone up on your Google Docs or your Microsoft suite now that you're working from home, if your students need to learn a little bit more to be able to work remotely, they can come in here, take these classes, and again, they can print out certificates at the end that they've completed. So it's a wonderful way to help us all learn these new technologies that we need to fit into our existence now. Learn It Live is the last one I'll talk about because Amanda already touched on the great courses. But Learn It Live is it's actual live learning. You get to actually take classes with other individuals in a live setting. They do have them recorded in case you miss one or one was of interest. You can go back, but you can register for these different programs and take it with a certified instructor. So this is great right now because they have stress and anxiety relief classes, they have mindfulness and yoga classes, some fitness classes. So you can really kind of enter out into the world without actually having to leave your house right now, which is I think it's a really nice option for us right now.
Our last three sections we're going to touch on a little more briefly here. First, I wanted to point out some really great craft and hobby resources that we've added. We've added items such as our Chilton's database, which has repair manuals for the past 30 years. You can look up the right prices to sell items at under our Prices for Antiques database, kind of if you're an Antiques Roadshow fan. We also have something we mentioned Artist Works a little bit earlier, but yeah, you can take great music classes through that. And this is something I really like. We added a database called Creative Bug. And this is a little bit like some of the craft classes you'd see on YouTube, but much more professional and developed. There's some really good, thorough classes in here, and they get really specific about drawing and light and shadow and different techniques. So that is a really rich resource for young artists. We also have our universal class and Learn It Live, which we already touched on, but those also have classes in the craft and hobby areas.
Okay, the next resource that we have is our business and finance section, and we're really focused on helping small business individuals, but also those people at home who are just working on their finances. Of course, we have the universal class, the Who Knew It and Learn It Live, which can again help you with those continuing education credits for your work, or also has finance and accounting related classes to really beef up that skill set. We also have below it the Morning Star, and that's going to be investments to really help you with stocks, bonds, investments, financial advice. It can be great for a business class in school. I know a lot of the students have those types of classes, can be a lot of fun for them. For individuals, we also have New Wave legal documents. If you're having to work on any sorts of business contracts, tenants, disputes, any of that stuff can be in there. Not super exciting, but it's a nice resource to have. And then we have our ever popular consumer reports. So you just found out that your washing machine or your refrigerator are going down. You're trying to find the best options, and Google's just can be a mess sometimes. You can come in here and get full access to the consumer reports for it. We also have A to Z databases. And what this is going to do, it sounds a lot like the other one, A to Z to the world, but this one is actually for finding jobs, business individuals. There's mailing lists, background checks, phone numbers, sales leads. It's one of the largest possible databases you can imagine. It'll be very useful. This is where you're going to start your search when you're looking for an individual or their address instead of going to the what can be unreliable on Google. And then to round it out, we do have our RB Digital magazines. And the one that I want to highlight in here is that we do have The Economist, which I know a lot of folks really enjoy. So that's just one of over 1,000 magazines that we have available on RB Digital. And the final section that we have is our history and genealogy section. For those of you that don't know, Porter County actually has the second largest genealogy section in the entire state of Indiana. It's actually a world class genealogy center that we're very proud of. Now, generally, you have to actually come in the building to get this information. But during these unprecedented times, we've actually been able to negotiate and get remote access for these resources. So, for the first time ever, Newspaper Archive, which you used to have to actually come in the building to have access, which frankly is the definitive source for newspapers for history and genealogical information, and can be a wonderful resource for those students who are doing more personal research topics. We have ancestry.com, that famous resource that everybody knows, that you can come in and kind of the definitive source for any genealogy searching. We have Fold 3, which is a military database that has records, it has stories, photos, personal documents. It's really kind of the resource to go to for specific military records. Heritage Quest Online really narrows in on the East Coast through the middle of the United States. A lot of great census records, historical primary source documents going all the way back in the United States. It's fantastic. And then we have our American Ancestors resource. Again, it's really for specifically for genealogists of all experience levels. This is where you can help start your journey and really grow as a young genealogist. It's a wonderful group of resources. And we also have our online contact us form. And if you see in the bottom right hand corner, we have a little chat icon where you can contact us. And if you hit any questions on here, you're going to get a live chat and be able to get in touch so we can help you. So overall, Amanda and I just want to thank you for joining us. And please know that we're here for any questions. You can chat with us, you can email with us, any of our social media outlets. Any way you'd like to get a hold of us, we're here to help you. We're here to support you during these uncertain and challenging times. And we appreciate your time today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for listening. Let us know if you have any questions or anything we can help you with. We're here for you.